Morning, everybody. We are having our Friday huddle and excited to have Mazafar Najfi with us today. I'm still admitting people into the room, sir. So I'm so excited you're here today. So thank you for taking the time. You're looking
Not,
sharp in that nice blue color.
you like the blue? That's great.
I like the blue.
Um, Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. I know that we've got people from all over. We've got people that are new. We've got people that have been around for a little while. We've got people that are agents. We've got people that are diamonds. This is a call where
Yes, they're on. I'll go find a comfy place here.
we've got people that are unmuted. We've got people that we've got it all right now, right?
I'm trying. I forgot to tell everybody, please mute.
Don't worry about it. And it's Friday, right? And I want you guys to understand that when you do a call like this and you've got different people that are at different places in their business, there's what you want to do is you want information that fits everybody. And it's kind of hard sometimes, right? Like, because if you've got people that are early on in their years in school and you've got people that have been going to school for a while and everybody wants to be fed and everybody wants the right information to impact their business. And that's something that we're going to talk about right now. First of all, I want to tell you guys happy Friday. And it's a time in our week. So if you separate yourself from the rest of the world and the rest of the calendars, the reason I say that is because what tends to happen is, for me, my week does not start on a Monday or a Sunday like it does for some people, right? Like a lot of people in the regular world, and I'm doing my quotation fingers for a reason, their week either starts on Sunday or their week starts on Monday. And I know in the United States it's Monday, but you've got in other parts of the world, their week starts on Sunday. And so for us, our week starts on Tuesday, as crazy as it is, right? We're adding this new world for those of you that are brand new. And we go from Tuesday to Monday. So how I operate right now is Tuesdays to Monday. That's how I operate. And so what happens is that some of you have heard me say this last week, and some of you, this is your first huddle. Some of you were on our bronze and above. And so I want all of you to know that, we have multiple things in place for people to build their business. We have different trainings. This is a huddle. And for those of you guys, that follow some sports, not everybody does, right? But it is themed, obviously, after the fact of football, right? In football, you have a huddle. And the reason why a huddle is important is because all the players on the team come together and they do their best to get on the same page to go out and produce, to go out and have success. That's the importance of a huddle, is people coming together and putting their heads together, looking at each other, saying, hey, this is the play. This is what we're going to do. And normally the quarterback leads the huddle and says, hey, this is the play. That means you are going to go this way. You are going to go that way. The ball is going to go this way. The people are going to block this way. And if we all do it at the same time, the right way, we can score a touchdown. Now, there are people that are going to get in the way, and those people are going to tell us no. They're going to try to stop us, right? Their job is to say, no way, Jose, you can't cross this line. Our job is to do our best, overcome objections, let people know that where we're headed is the right direction. They're trying to stop us. As crazy as that sounds, that's real life. That's our business. That is what happens. I wish that everybody you talk to is going to say yes. That would be ideal. At the same time, I don't wish that, because there's nothing in life where you get all yeses. There's nothing in life. I tell people all the time that you can't grow with just sunshine. If it's only gonna have sun, I promise you it'll kill whatever off, because if it's just heat or it's just sun and there's no rain, it will kill off what comes in front of it. And so I want you guys to know is that rain and sun is what helps things grow, both of them. It's just that most people don't like the rain. And you guys have heard me talk about this before. Some of you have, again, some of you are new. And I always tell people you've got to find a way to dance in the rain, right? Like you have to. And most people are worried about getting their clothes wet, their cell phone wet, their stuff wet, what if I slip and fall? And instead of enjoying the fact that the rain is also a blessing. And it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's easier when we're talking about actual rain, like actual water, because you're going, I could do that, right? But the rain being the challenges that come in your life, or somebody sit there and coming up with an objection. And if you haven't heard it, you will hear it. Like we've all heard it. And sometimes objections are things that, people hear from people that are not knowledgeable, or they don't have the information. And so I want you guys to understand it. And so in throughout your career, you're going to hear it, whether it's from people that you know, or people that you don't know, or people that misunderstand. I did a call, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, where we have a lot of people that have significant others, right? And sometimes one person's doing the business, sometimes both people are doing the business together. But a lot of times it's one person, in the significant other, whether it's husband or whether it's wife, they don't understand the time, attention, and energy that's needed to build this business, because they don't have anything really to compare it to. Maybe they've never been involved in network marketing. All they see is that their spouse or significant other is on another Zoom, or on another call, or late night talking to somebody, or early morning waking up, or another Zoom, another call, right? So it's that whole thing. So we had a call, talking about, what that's going to take. And one of the questions that came was, can you explain, because my significant, and they didn't say it like this, but the reason they asked the question is because their significant other thought that, oh, it's one of those pyramid deals. And so what happens is you have people that are going to hear that, and they don't know how to respond, and they don't know how to talk about it, and they feel hesitant, and then it leads to people being hesitant about, having this conversation. Yesterday, I was talking with Rob Rosero. And Rob said to me, and he's already a diamond, right? Him and Trish are diamond agents. And he said, listen, there's so much buzz happening in our organization because of incredible people. And we're posting it. He said, I've got friends, Muzaffar, calling me going, hey, what are you doing? And he said, bluntly, boldly, and confidently, I'm doing network marketing. And they said, what the heck does that mean? And so he was like, wow, how am I going to respond? Now, everybody has different relationships, right? But I want to give you visuals. I gave Rob a visual yesterday. And I'm not saying for you to go say this, because I'm going to say something. I gave a visual to Rob that works with his relationships, because there are people that don't understand the concept. And I want to share this with you guys, because the more you understand this concept, it's so funny. Can one of y'all let me share my screen, please? And I didn't log in the master account. I just logged in. So there we go. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go here for a second. Right. So as we look at this, right? And today, I want you to understand, right? So as everyone knows, that this whole pyramid concept, this whole triangle, right, is business. It's on a $1 bill, for God's sake. It's a hierarchy. It is life. It is Microsoft. It is Apple. It is Pepsi. It is anything that is a corporation with a hierarchy that has a president or an owner. And what they do is they go out and they recruit vice presidents. Now, normally there are more vice presidents than there are president, hence the S at the end, right? There are more vice presidents than there are president, right? Then there are more, in whatever the titles may be, right? There are more regional managers, and every hierarchy has different titles. And then there are more district managers than there are regional managers. And then there are more local managers than there are district managers. And then there are more assistant managers than there are local managers. And then there are more employees than there are any type of manager. So there are more people at the bottom, less people at the top. That's any corporation. But most people have spent 14,000 hours in school being taught a system subconsciously to go to school, get good grades, find a big company, start at the bottom and work your way up. 99.999999999% of the people that start here will never end up owning this corporation. What happens to most people is they fight their way up. And how do you fight your way up? The only way you get promoted to an assistant manager is if the assistant manager that's already there got promoted, or if they died, or if they got fired, or if they quit. Only one of those scenarios is positive. Now, if they got promoted, that means somebody above them either got promoted, which is a one positive scenario, or that person died or quit or got fired. Either way, most people that fight their way up end up getting downsized, let go, laid off, restructured, or they remain in the same place for the rest of their life. And the people that get downsized, let go, laid off, restructured have to start over at the bottom of a new company. And then they fight their way up until this happens. And then it goes like this. And they say the average person switches companies 7 times in a lifetime, the average person. But it's the people at the top that make all the money. They make all the decisions. They make all the rules. They take vacations when they want to. They make the lifestyle choices. The people here are told when to come into work, when to leave, when to take a break, when to take a vacation, when to, they're told that, they have to follow the rules. Like this is the difference. And then the other difference is this person spent hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to start to be here. They paid a lot of money to be here. And so my first mentor taught me that, Muzaffar, if you could choose between being at the bottom or the top, where would you be? I said, the top. And he said, well, why don't you just start there? Like, why wouldn't you just start there? Because I don't have the hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to just start there. Like, I don't have that luxury. And he said, well, here it'll cost you $5,000. And most of you are going, wait a minute. I don't remember seeing a $5,000 package at Secret. No, this was my first company 25 years ago, right? Plus tax and shipping. So it's $5,750. And he said, we'll find your VPs. And then we'll find the people here. And then we'll find the people here. So we'll do the exact same thing. When you guys look at Pepsi today, you look at a company that's been in business for God knows how many years that they've been filling this triangle in. And most of you have been filling in your triangle for what? 2 weeks? 2 months? 2 years? And people want to compare your triangle to Pepsi. or they want to compare your income to something else. This is a mindset moment. The point is that it takes time, effort, energy. Do you know how many people have quit or been fired?
They start this morning at 9 They also have a live.
If you can mute, thank you. That have been fired or quit at a Pepsi or at an Apple or at a Microsoft or even at the local pizza place. At the local pizza place, do you know how many times they've lost an employee and the owner that paid the most amount of money had to go in and bust tables or had to go in and bartend or had to go in and make pizzas? Do you know how many times the owner of Microsoft had to work because an employee was let go, fired, or what have you? So you're going to have people quit in your business as well. And so what they did is they hired somebody new. What we do is we recruit somebody new as well. And so a mentality that I gave to Rob was, imagine a concept. And I don't want to say that we are a franchise because we're not, because franchises have rules and fees and things of that sort. However, you have certain business-minded people that they understand the concept of a franchise. McDonald's being one of them, Mickey D's. And so imagine having the ability to start a franchise concept. When people go, what do you do? Well, I help people build their own business. Imagine the style like a franchise. Whereas I help someone get a Mickey D's, except a McDonald's costs $2 million to start. In secret, that's not the cost. So imagine helping somebody start a franchise without the startup costs, without the overhead, helping them build a business with customers and people that work for them with no overhead. With no overhead. And you get a percentage of that person's McDonald's or franchise. That's really network marketing. We don't have the overhead. We don't have the initial startup that these franchises do. We don't have the rules, the regulations. What we do is, this is you, and you help somebody get customers and you help them build their business, their team. And you earn a percentage of their business, right? Because for them, they don't look at themselves attached to you. They look at themselves as running their own business. And why am I saying this for even people that have been around for a while? Is to increase all of your confidence in what you're doing, your mentality, your belief in what you have. You have something that, in my opinion, is better than doing this, because you can help average people that there's no way on God's green earth can go get a $2 million loan. You can help the average person that can start with $500, $1,000. Listen, $1,000 is an iPhone or a Samsung today. People have bought that. Millions of people have the ability to start our business. $1,850 is our top package. It's far from 2 million. But here's the crazy thing. Everybody wants the money that these people make. But people are not willing to do the work that these people did. Just because I'm taking away the money, the overhead, and people go, well, I'll work hard. Let me tell you something. People run differently in life. I'm going to give you an example. This is where there's a magic in commitment, ladies and gentlemen. All of you right now, if I told you that from point A to point B, let's say it's a half of a mile. And I told all of you that I want you to run your fastest in a half of a mile, a half a mile. And if you run your fastest in that half of a mile, I still will tell you that it won't be your fastest. If I just said run your fastest in a half a mile, you won't run your fastest. If you are being chased by a bear, that if that bear catches you, you die. You will run faster than you've ever ran in your life. Because it's life or death. Here's what's crazier. If you have a baby that's yours, your baby in your hand, that means that you have an extra 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds that you're holding, whatever you picture. Baby, I didn't say toddler. I'm not expecting you to carry 40 pounds, but you would do it, especially a mama bear, especially a mama, right? But what I'm telling you is that if you had your baby that was an extra 5 to 10 pounds in your hand and you were being chased by a bear, you would run faster than if you had no child. Why do people create success that have spent $2 million to start their business? Because they're being chased by a bear. That $2 million loan is a bear. Every day you're looking at that loan like, oh my God. What happens if nobody shows up at my McDonald's? I'm calling everybody and telling them, hey, you need to get to my Mickey D. Stop going to Burger King. Stop tripping. You better come to McDonald's. I don't eat that. You better eat a fry. I don't care. Order a Sprite. I don't drink soda. Come have juice and bring a friend. Sit down with a Coke and a smile. They're like, you would literally tell them to get there. I'm going to tell you right now, if I owned a McDonald's and it was going through a tough time, I would convince Mike Z to eat something. And the reason why that's a big task is this dude doesn't eat junk food. Like his dessert is broccoli. Try to get him into a McDonald's. See how that one works out. But as my friend, I would dang near force him to come in and buy something because I am being chased by a bear and my friend has to come. It's a difference. It's a difference in tonality. It's a difference in speech. It's a difference in confidence. It's a difference in posture. That's why sometimes when people go, well, I'm just going to start at a $200 package. Now, if that's where you started, am I faulting you? No, I am not. When people ask me my advice, where should I start? That's when I tell them, if you start comfortable, most people build a hobby. If you start slightly uncomfortable, that's when people end up building a business. If you're being chased by a bear, you either run so fast that you live, or there are people that would give up and die. And that's when people start crazy. And I don't always tell people to start at that point because most people aren't willing to outrun the bear. So what I'm asking is to be slightly uncomfortable, right? I'm telling you to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be slightly uncomfortable so you will do the activities. See, if you spent $2 million to start a McDonald's and they're telling you at the end of July, there's a boot camp for McDonald's and it's in Florida, and that boot camp costs $300 to be at, you wouldn't even think twice. You would put it in your calendar. Your family would say, but we have family vacation. You're going to say, I'm being chased by a bear. Like, you better stop. I just did $2 million. This is a $2 million loan. You out your mind. Like, I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to this boot camp. Like, I'm going to this boot camp. And we are going to move our family vacation. Well, we have no refunds. It's COVID. You better cough on the phone or something. I don't care. But we are moving the hotel. We're moving whatever. I'm going to boot camp. Why? Because you spent $2 million to start McDonald's. Like, I'm just telling you, you're being chased by a bear. Your mentality would be different. Here, I have to convince people, unfortunately, why they need to be at boot camp, why they have to get trained. It's a constant job of leading people. And it's okay. It's what I signed up for. And I understand that. I understand that not everybody is 100% in yet. There's some people dipping their toe in this business going, I hope, I pray, let's try, versus the I spent $2 million. It's going to work. My healthiest friend is going to come eat a dang burger. I don't care what Mike does. I don't care if he throws up afterwards, if he sits in the bathroom. I don't care. But Mike Z is going to eat a McDonald's hamburger. Why? Because one of his best friends just spent $2 million. And off of his little $3 purchase, even if I'm down to 1,999,999 because $1 of it was profit, dang it, man, you are buying this. I'm just telling you, that's the mentality that I have, right? That's where I want all of you to start thinking of where you are right now. I say all this to tell you that right now, we don't have to do lifetimes. See, when you do a $2 million loan for McDonald's, you are locked for life. I'm trying to lock you into a season. I want you to lock into boot camp. Number one, you have to make this decision to register and be at boot camp. Boot camp is end of July. Not the exact end. It's like the week before the, who's got the exact dates? The 20, yes, Trish, what is it? Of course you do, misprepared. What is it?
23rd to 25th.
Thank you. 23rd through 25th. Now, there is boot camp, which is Saturday, Sunday, and Friday evening. There's going to be an event for a certain rank. Wednesday, Thursday is a trainer's school for platinums and above. Which, by the way, Kathy, I know you're going to end up finishing that up, if not already, like on Monday. You are a rock star, by the way, Kathy, wherever you are. Your video just disappeared, but I'm so proud of you. Anyways, what I want you guys to know is that on Wednesday and Thursday, and listen, all of you can finish this. All of you can finish this on platinum, but it's a mentality. The question is that who's chasing you? Is it a stuffed animal? Or is it a bear? Or is it somebody in between? If it's a stuffed animal, I'm sorry, but people are not going to get promoted that fast. Because you know in the back of the mind that the stuffed animal can't catch you. And even if it does catch you, it can't hurt you. All right, it's a stuffed animal. If it catches up to you, it's going to hug you and squeeze you. By the way, if a stuffed animal catches you, that means that you had some substance that you probably shouldn't have had, right? So I'm just saying, like, this is not a movie. There's no stuffed animal that should be catching you. I'm just saying it right now. I'm being recorded. What I am telling you is this, is that I'm trying to get you focused on a season. I'm trying to get you focused on May, June, July, 3 months. 3 months is a season. And I want you to go from now until boot camp in your business in an uncomfortable situation. But the only way this is going to work is if boot camp is already registered if you've already bought your plane tickets and you've already got your hotel, registering is not enough. If you're registered, your flight is booked, your hotel is booked, now you're being chased by something. By something. Now, if you've already got millions of dollars in the bank, then you're still being chased by a stuffed animal, and it's okay, right? What I want you guys to know is that then you have to focus on why you're doing this business. What is the real reason why you're doing it? And you may have a list of reasons why you're doing this business. Trish, I know we're supposed to be on a call with somebody. If you could text them and let them know, or if they're on here as well. So if here's what happens. If you have a situation where money's not that much of an issue in your life, so it's not a bear when you end up doing all of this, then you have to figure out why you're doing this business. And you have to find, and there's a list of things. There's a list of reasons why people do this. There's a list. And when you find the one that on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 10. So maybe the list is, I want to travel more. I want to have quality of time. I want to have this. I want to, whatever your list is. My question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that it's a must. I can't live without that. Like it's a must. And 1 being, hey, if it happens, great. If not, no big deal. So that's 1 to 10. When you find your why, there's a list of items on your why, but not all of them are at a 10. When you find the ones that are at a 10, maybe it's one thing that's at a 10 that you have to have, that's a must, that's life or death. And you highlight that one and you write it in big words and you have it in front of you, reminding you, I have to get this done. I have to get this done. I have to get this done. I believe that for most of you, platinum can start the process of getting done what you want to get done. Starting the process. I'm not saying it gets everybody's stuff done. I'm saying it starts the process. So if you're registered for boot camp, you have your flight and your hotel, and that's done. Now, you look at least 1 or 2 of the reasons why you're doing this business. That's a 10. That's a 10. Like that's a have to. And you have that written out and it's in front of you. I'm doing this because I have 3 monitors in my office. And so I would put things up here and goals and all that type of stuff. And what I want you to know is that now all it is you have to run. You have to run and you don't stop. Because if you stop in the next 3 months, the bear will have its claw and go right, and you just got to picture this, right? That's what it is. So you got to run. You're going to get tired. You're going to be exhausted. When you start to build a team, picture when you have 2 people on your team. You now have 2 people pushing you to run. That means that you're getting further and further away from the bear because you have 2 people pushing you. So you're running faster. When you have 5 people on your team, you're further from the bear. When you have 20 people on your team, you're further from the bear. When you have 20 people that get trained at boot camp and you come out of boot camp, the bear is almost out of the picture. It's not fully gone. You still see this like thumb here. But there's a big distance. Right now, we start with today. Today, you have to make this decision.
No.
Of boot camp.
Yeah, Abraham got it.
And if we could mute her, fantastic. A boot camp, of your flight and your hotel, get it out the way. Set yourself up for a 90-day run away from the bear. And then we do the activity. And you start with this weekend. You start with Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right? You start with this weekend. That's what right now is most important. Stop worrying about June and July. Once you've bought your ticket, your flight, your hotel, and it's done, now in the back of the mind, there's zero doubt that you're going to be at boot camp. It's done. It's inked. It's in stone. Now we do the work without question. Now, this weekend, you call your Mike and you say, hey, you about to eat a McDonald's hamburger, boy. You better get your butt over here. That's what it is. That's the mentality, because you are committed beyond belief. Not for your lifetime, for a season. For a season. That's what it's about, is getting committed for a season. I want you guys to realize that I know you can do it. I know all of you have the ability to do it. Human beings have been given that ability to do it. I don't care what's happened in your past. I don't care what other network marketing companies you've tried. I don't care what's happened in secret all the way up until now. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. What matters is what you do today moving forward. Don't look in the rearview mirror, because if you spend your time looking in the rearview mirror, you will get into an accident when you drive. It's okay to glance every once in a while for a couple of reasons. One, look at what you left behind. Two, remember what you're driving away from. Three, to make sure nobody's coming up and hitting you. Just glance. But if you drive faster, if you know where you're going, what's behind you doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I just want to tell all of you, I'm so proud of you. I know that Trish called me yesterday going, what's the topic for tomorrow? That's why I love her. Like, she's always prepared. She's always focused. And last night we had a late night with our family. And I've been running and I was exhausted. And I said, listen, I promise when I wake up in the morning, I will have it prepared. Because you have to prepare. Because if you don't prepare, you do your audience a disservice. And I will never do you a disservice. So I hope that today's training helped. I hope that it's what everybody needed. And I look forward to celebrating all of your successes. What I need you to do right now is set yourself up for success by making sure you're registered for boot camp, your flight is done, your hotel is done. Bam, that's it. Get that done. Then focus on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's today, tomorrow, Sunday. And then Monday, evaluate what you did. Now, if you ask me, Mazafar, what should I do, right? I'm just telling you right now that in 3 days, I believe you can do 4 presentations. That doesn't mean you have to do the presentation yourself. What I mean is you can invite and your upline can present and close, and together you will follow up. I'm not asking you to present secret. I'm asking you to invite for someone to present secret. I'm asking you to, in 3 days, to have minimum 4 presentations. Well, Mazafar, if I have 2 people on one presentation, is that 2 presentations? No, that's 2 people. It's 1 presentation. I'm asking you to find a way to book out 4 hours in 3 days, because a presentation should be 30 to 45 minutes and close should be 15 minutes or so. So I'm asking you to book out an hour, 4 of them in the next 3 days. Talk to your upline, set the time, get these presentations done. Have a phenomenal weekend, everybody. Go out and impact somebody's life. And I look forward to seeing all of you on the bronze and above training on Tuesday, because our week ends on Monday, and a lot of you are about to finish bronze by Monday night, and I know you can do it. And if you are already a bronze or higher, help one person on your left team finish bronze and one person on your right team finish bronze. Don't make this difficult. Keep it simple. All right. Diamonds, rubies, anything I forgot, missed?
I think that was amazing. I think I loved it. Loved every bit of it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Agreed. Phenomenal.
Mikey, anybody else? We're good? Perfect. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care. God bless.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.